Excellent. So, happy Tuesday. Happy May 26th. Kyle, if you want this door closed, you might want to come close it. I am so excited for just kind of rallying together and finishing up with the rest of May. I feel like May has been a very incredible, energy-filled month. For me personally, it's been awesome because I've been starting to see so much of the work that I've been putting in since the middle of March come to fruition. So it's just been so energetic. It's been so lively. It's been so fun. But more than that, I have really dove into and reconnected with clients and leaning in on getting people results, getting people, to where they want to be. And that has been so fulfilling. So if there's anything that I can give you to, if you're ever feeling like I'm not doing enough, or I'm just kind of losing my spunk in this business, my biggest suggestion from this past experience since probably about March and then mostly in April is to really just lean into the clients, lean into people getting results. Of course, we have business goals, and a lot of times that requires us to go and recruit new coaches, and we forget about the clients. We put them off to the side. We put people who are not doing coaching as a secondary. But at the end of the day, if you are getting people results, if you are getting these people the experience that you've been telling them that they are enabled to get, that you are getting, then you are going to see your business explode. You are going to see and feel people wanting to join coaching, people wanting to join for the discount, because you're so, like, I just signed up a coach today, a client who signed up last week. She was a referral client, so we had no first initial connection other than this person that we have mutually that we know. Her friend signed up. The next day she signed up. And today she enrolled as a coach for the discount and bought Energize simply because she trusted me. She trusts what I say. She trusts what I recommend. And that trust built in 1 week is not because I focused on coaching. It's not because I focused on recruiting. It's because I focused on getting her results. It's because I focused on making sure that she signed up with that she got started with a program when she signed up. It was so crucial and important that she get set up with the right tools, which is the right program, what we helped pick a program together, making sure and checking in on her, making sure that she's pressing play on day one, asking her, sending her messages saying, hey, did you press play? Did you take your before pictures? She was nervous to take her before pictures because she's at a place where it's not as comfortable for her body, and how to go through and explain that to her, going through and telling her that she's supported, that it's worth it for her to go through that process of taking those uncomfortable pictures and just being there to support her. That is how she signed up as a coach. That is how you will get and build your team, your results, your income, everything that this business is. So if for any reason you ever have a moment where you are feeling like, and this is exactly what I was feeling, I just kept saying, I'm not doing enough. I'm not doing enough. I'm not doing enough. That was on repeat. It was this constant, like last week we talked about like these statements that we have on repeat and you got to check yourself. That was one of the statements that I had on repeat that I had to gut check myself. I kept asking, Ray, why do your boot camps feel like they're sucking? Why does it feel like they're just not a good place? Like they're not fun? Why does it feel like your clients are not connected to you? I just felt so disconnected from people. And that was the area that I leaned into. And so with The affirmations that I say with my business, which are, I'll go over them again from last week. Number one, I am an exceptional leader. Number two, my team is thriving. And number three, it's easy and flows to grow this business. But in addition to that, I add, especially in my gratitudes list, I add how grateful I am for my clients, and I add my boot camps are fucking awesome. That's what I say. That's literally what I write out over and over and over. And while I'm walking Brody, those are the types of things that I'm saying to myself. And that's what it feels like. It feels exciting to talk to my clients. It feels good to go and check into them. Another thing that I have done, and if you are not yet doing this, or you have clients but you want to you need to step it up and do this again, is I am checking in with clients every 10 days. Every 10 days, I have them in a Google Calendar, and I follow my Google Calendar. I send them messages, and I do a check-in with them. Now, obviously, if you're keeping up a conversation with somebody throughout those 10 days, and on that on that 10th day that you're supposed to check in with them, if you've still kept that conversation going, or you've had like this separate conversation, then I won't necessarily check in on that one. I'll do the following one. But doing that, and every single day, there are a couple of different people that I check in with. Christina, actually, she's on this call. She's been helping me and working with me and setting this up, and she's freaking brilliant. But what she's done is set up a couple of people, like somewhere from 2 to 4 clients that are in boot camp that I'm running, and she sets them up for a reoccurring every 10 days. I have to go in and check in with them, and that has been game changing. I started that, I think we started that in April. So that has been game changing. If there's anything that I can give you to pour into your business and feel fulfilled, it is lean into getting people results. Getting people results. That's why you joined. And I know that each and every one of you who is watching this call or listening in live, I know the results that you guys have gotten because I see them, right? I see them, and you rave about them. You talk about them all the time. Get people those same results. Plain and simple. That's it. Get people the same results. Okay? I promise your business will flourish. So tonight's call is about crafting posts. I want to pretty much like soar through these, and if you have any additional questions, please feel free to stop me, unmute yourself, ask any questions, or save it till the end. But posting is really, it truly is another muscle. Like we talked about last week, how confidence, you have to build this confidence muscle. It takes practice, it takes effort to show up and consistently be working on your confidence. This is a skill. It's not a gift. It's not something, I mean, some people are obviously going to be more gifted in the creativity aspect, but at the end of the day, it's a skill. It's a skill to be able to post on social media. I sucked at it 4 years ago. I was not nearly as great at posting or as confident at posting as I am now. And my posting content was not anywhere where it is now. So number one, make sure you allow yourself to suck. It's a-okay if you suck at posting. Do not get in a mindset of I suck at posting, I suck at posting, I suck at posting. Check yourself. Remember that you are going to attract what you're focusing on. So if you're constantly repeating to yourself, I suck at posting, I don't know what to post, I don't know what I don't know what to say, I don't know what people are going to say about me, and you're constantly putting these fears and worries, you're getting in the way of creativity and ideas and good content being available to come through you, okay? So let yourself be somebody who sucks at posting, but embrace it. Embrace the journey of being a beginner, and that's a-okay. And personally, I think you are a beginner until you really have a moment where you're like, wow, I just get it. That could take a month. It could take 6 months. It could take 3 years. It could take 4 years. It took me pretty much, I think, like the moment I started to say, okay, wow, I feel like I've got this posting thing down, wasn't until I think last year when I was 3.5 years into coaching, 3 years into coaching. I think it took me at least 2 or 3 years. So you are still a beginner until you become excellent at it, plain and simple. So don't put this timeline. Don't ever compare yourself and say, oh, well, this person has been doing it for longer than I have, or they've been doing it for less time than I have, but their posting is great. Unfollow, because that's negativity in your mind that your ego is feeding you, and you need to get rid of that shit. And then tell yourself what you want to become. Remember, tell yourself and affirm yourself about who you want to be. If you are right now on repeat telling yourself, I don't know what to post, I don't like posting, I'm scared to post, my posting's not working, my posting isn't bringing people in, if you are constantly saying those types of statements, you are going to replace that and ask yourself, what do I want to be when it comes to posting? For me, I want to be in people's heads. I literally say it all the time, and you will hear it on here. I want to be in people's heads. I want people to say to me, you are in my head, get out. That's what I want. I want to be an excellent content creator. So I might not feel that way right now, but if I say that to myself, and that's one of my affirmations, and I repeat that over and over and over and over and over every single day, I'm going to be an excellent content creator. I'm going to always know how to convert using my posts. I'm always going to be excellent at coming up with ideas. So whatever it is that you want to be, that's what you affirm yourself of, okay? So I've got 6 tips for you. Number 1, know who you are writing for. This is for the people who are thinking to themselves, for you guys who are saying, I don't know what to post, or I don't know what to invite to, I don't know what to post about. This is your first step. You need to know who you are writing for. Are you writing for yourself? So there are posts that you will make, and you are allowed to make them, that are more of like a journal for you. So if you go onto my page, an example of a post like this would be something that I am posting to share the journey of pregnancy. You know, last week when I shared about 20 weeks, we hit the halfway mark. You know, I'm kind of keeping people up to date. But not only that, I'm documenting in a digital way, you know, a way that I can go back after I have a baby in 5 years from now and read my journey. So it's almost like I'm journaling, like I'm keeping a log of my experience and things that I want. Another example of this would be last year, I made a lot of posts about my mental health and where I was at and how I was progressing. Some of them how I was feeling. Other ones were what I was discovering, that I was in a depression, out of anxiety and into depression, and I wasn't prepared for that. Another example would be I did a comparison post about where I was it was in May, and I took this picture in this gorgeous park, and I felt so broken, but I knew in that moment that everything was going to become okay. And then in August or September, I took that same picture in that same place, and I put them side by side, and I documented that progress that I made. I believe it was in August, and I shared. In that first picture, I was talking about how broken I felt, but I knew that things were going to become okay. I just had this sense, this overwhelming, you know, feeling that everything was going to become okay. I was going to get through this. And then I had another post, and that one was sharing, today I feel like I'm on the other side of that. I feel like I'm getting there. Those are documenting for yourself. Now, they are still content. It is still great content because you're sharing your journey. So for you, that might look like sharing a progress, sharing something really freaking awesome that you did. Let's say you woke up and you looked in the mirror and you were like, holy shit, I think I look smaller. I think I look leaner. I think I look stronger. Or you were like, damn, I think I'm putting on weight in the areas that you're looking to put on weight. And you're constantly saying to yourself these awesome, cool things. Those would be excellent digital journal posts for yourself. Think about it. If you were to go back in a year from now and look at all of the posts that you documented throughout this journey, how good would it feel to remember the thoughts that you were thinking? I post about my pregnancy, not necessarily for everybody else, not for my followers. I post about my pregnancy and what I want to share about my pregnancy or my marriage or my mental health or my results, because I want to go back and I want to read and relive in that feeling. So they are for you, some of these posts. And then there are also posts that are for your coaches and your clients. So, and these are prospect coaches. These are coaches that you already have. These are clients that you already have. These are clients that are prospect clients. Who are you writing for? Let's say you're writing for prospect coaches. You are going to put yourself in their shoes and you are writing to that girl who wants to sign up for coaching. You are writing to her. You're not writing to the clients. You're not writing to the followers. You're not writing to other coaches. You're not writing to men. You're not writing to soccer players. You're not writing to anybody besides that one girl or that one little group of coaches, prospect coaches, who are your people, who are your women that you want to help, or your men or women that you want to help if you're going to help men as well. You are talking and writing for her, not for everybody, for her. If you want to write a post for clients, let's say you want to write a post for, your current clients. This is sometimes I shouldn't tell you my secret, but sometimes I'll talk to my clients indirectly through posts. It's really funny. And then they'll send me messages and they'll be like, I feel like this is directed at me. And I'm like, oh my God, I didn't know. Really, I do. But those are okay. And so if you know who you're talking to, let's say you're writing a post for your clients. Let's say this post was for your clients to not give up when it's really, really hard. It's not for the people who are thinking about joining. It's for your clients who are already with you, and you want to tell them indirectly through content that even in the hard times, they are strong enough to get through it because you are. They're strong enough to get through it because they have community, because they can see through you in your story, through your post, through your transformation, that this is worth it. Why would you write content for your clients if they're already your clients? Because you want them to still buy from you. You want them to still be bought into what you're selling. If you throw them off to the side and you stop writing for the people you already have, you will lose them. You have to keep pulling them in. You have to keep reselling to the people even after they've already purchased, not in a pitchy way, in a way that says, buy me, stay with me, have your confidence in me, trust me. Right? I've got coaches and clients who have been here for years. And you want to know why? It's because I write posts for coaches who are already my coaches. I write posts for clients who are already my clients. I create content and I share for them so that they rebuy into me, into my story, and they want to continue in a boot camp. If they want to continue in a boot camp, it means that they're buying Beachbody On Demand. It means that they're staying engaged. It means that they are buying Shakeology. It means that they're buying Energize. Maybe they want to try Energize. Maybe they think about doing coaching, right? They're building my business. Now, I don't write just to make money. The two go hand in hand. So you need one of the most important pieces to crafting a post that creates results, that actually works, is you need to write to you need to know who specifically you're writing to, okay? And then obviously the last one is it for your followers? So when I would write about mental health, and it was a type of post that I could share value, I could share like something worthy, that a tip or something that will help them, or an experience that I went through that I could share, kind of like a coaching moment, then you can write it for them. So then you're talking to your followers. So now you're not talking anything about your business. You're not mentioning Beachbody. You're not mentioning anything. There's no hidden pitches in there, nothing. It's to your followers. Because the reality is you are going to have followers who will never, ever, ever join you, but they will forever support you. They will always be bought into your story, to your brand, to what you're doing. I have followers who I shake my head all the time. I'm like, girl, why are you not doing this with me? And they will never join me. I mean, never say never, but they are probably not ever going to join me. But they are bought into my story. They follow me. I have a lot of people who have even left me. They've joined me, peaced out, and they still follow me, still support me. You know what's going to happen? If I make a podcast episode, who's going to listen to it? Who's going to be one of the first listeners? Them. If I want to write a book, who's going to be one of the first people to buy that book and talk about it? Them. They're not my coaches. They're not my clients, but they're my followers. They are people who are bought into me, my story, and my brand, right? And so all of it is important. All of it matters. These people who are even not going to ever join you, it all matters, because in the grand scheme of things, they are there supporting you, loving you, sharing you, and referring you, and all of that, okay? So this is probably, I would think, one of the most important pieces, one of the most important tips. If I can give you anything, it is know who you are writing for. If you're writing for you, don't pitch coaching. Don't pitch your boot camp. Don't pitch a tip. Write for you, right? If you're writing for your followers with content that is valuable, that gives them some coaching, then write tips and coaching and put something in there. But don't pitch something if you're writing for your followers. You know what I mean? Like, keep those separate. Know who you're writing for. If you're writing for prospect coaches, talk only about coaching and only about the business opportunity. Don't talk about something else, okay? All right. Number 2 is write with a purpose for them, not to them. So if you remember this, it will help you as you are crafting and creating your post and thinking about what do I want to write about? Write for them, not to them. You want to write for them, and like you want to talk in a conversation with them. You don't want to preach at them. You don't want to be this person that's posting and you're just pushing. You want to have it as a conversation. And not only that, you want to create content that serves a purpose for them. I'm going to go through, hang on. I'm going to go through good, better, best, and talk about a couple of things that will really apply to this. But one of them is it needs to have a purpose for them, for that reader, okay? This will make sense the next time you the next time you write a post. Ask yourself, am I writing at them? Am I writing to them? Or am I writing for them? Okay. Tip number 3, you need to be able to ask this question all the time. Answer this question with every single post. So what? What's in it for your reader? If you are writing a post for you, it's a documentation for you. What's in it for them? Give them something to connect with. they're not gonna buy into your story if you're constantly talking and sharing the story. So take my pregnancy journey, for example. What's in it for them? I give a little bit of pieces of this pregnancy journey that other people want to read about, right? I still think about what's in it for them. I give them bump pictures. I don't necessarily want to take all of the pictures that I do, but I give pictures for them. I've got people who are following along with this pregnancy because they're excited for me. They're excited just as much as I am. So I take pictures. I do things like that for my people, right? So what's in it for them? You need to be able to answer this question every single time. This applies, the so what question really comes down to a good, better, best. A good post, you would read it and you would pretty much say, okay, cool, good for her, swipe, move on, right? There's nothing in it for you. A good post is something that has, you know, some content to it. It shares about something, you're sharing about something valuable, whether that's your workouts or the community or the coaching opportunity. Like, it's a good post, but there's nothing in it for them. So when I'm reading it as a reader, I would say to myself, okay, cool, good for her. And I would move on. There would be nothing for me to buy into, right? Better is you take that good post and you share a solution to a problem that she has. So let's say you were making a post about your workout that you're doing and you're wanting to share the bootcamp experience, and you make a post and you craft it and it talks about how you did this workout. It's 20 minutes long. You're doing Transform 20, let's say. Or let's talk about bar blend. A lot of people are doing bar blend. So you write this post about bar blend, and you talk about how you can't believe that a program makes you work as hard as it does with 1 pound weights or 2 pound weights. That's a good post. You're sharing what you're doing. You're sharing that there's something there. You're sharing that your journey, and you're talking. You're showing up on social media. It's a good post. A better post would be you talk about a problem that you had and you shared the solution. So you provided this reader with a solution to a problem that she has. So let's go back to tip number 1, which is, who are you writing for? You're writing for potential clients. So what? The so what is, well, let's say the problem was, I've been struggling to get results for so long, and this program challenges me in a completely different way, in a way that I never have been challenged before, because the moves are so different and I am seeing the best results. I've broken through that plateau. So the so what for the reader is the problem that they are having is they're not getting results either. They're getting frustrated. They're doing these workouts and they're getting pissed off because they're not getting results. They're stuck in a plateau, but you just gave them a solution. It's this program that uses 2 pound weights, but it's giving you the best progress because you just shared the progress that you're getting. You're getting, fill in the progress. Not just I'm getting results. That would be good. Better would be, what results? Right? Talk about the specific of the results. Best. You take it from good, better to best by connecting emotionally with your reader. So if your reader says things in her head like, oh my God, yes, she's reading this and she's like, this is me, this is me, this is me. That, you're in her head. You know you're talking specifically to her. She is in. She's hooked. She's relating to you. But not only that, you share these tiny little pieces that connect you guys together emotionally by sharing something like, That good post is, oh my gosh, I can't believe Bar Blend uses 2-pound weights and I can get this good of a workout. Better is, oh my gosh, I can't believe that I am finally fitting into these jeans. I've been struggling in a plateau for freaking 4 months, and I'm so amazed that I can do a workout program that uses 2-pound weights and I am getting these results. My plateau is literally broken and I'm feeling freaking amazing. That's better, right? We shared, we solved a problem. Best would be, I put these jeans on 4 months ago and I looked in the mirror and I could not help but be confused. I am working out consistently. I am doing what I need to do with nutrition. I'm showing up. I feel like I'm doing everything right. And yet I look in the mirror, I put these clothes on, and I don't feel good. They don't fit, they're tight, and all I want, I look at these legs and all I want is for them to be smaller. I just don't understand. I found this program. I was so hesitant to do this program because 2-pound weights. I've been in the gym lifting, heavy dumbbells, but I'm lifting 2-pound weights and I cannot believe the results that I'm finally seeing. I am breaking a plateau and I just put these jeans on 4 months later and I've never felt better. Emotionally, you just connected with me. Whether you've experienced the exact same situation or you pictured yourself or me putting on those jeans 4 months earlier, feeling very uncomfortable. We've all had that moment, right? And then now you are either one of two things: connecting with me and agreeing, like, damn, yes, I've had that moment where I finally broke through that plateau. I'm so excited for her. Cheer, comment, oh my God, you look amazing. I'm so proud of you. Supportive. Or you are connecting to the problem that she is currently living in, and you are in her head, and all she's saying is, how did she know that this is exactly what I needed? How did she know that this is the problem that I am currently living through? How did she know that this is what I'm feeling? I need to know what this is. And you just connected with her. You just sold her. Maybe not today. Maybe she doesn't reach out. But when you send her an invite tomorrow or next week or next month, she says yes, because you connected emotionally to her and you made her the hero, okay? You made her the hero by showing her that there is a good that comes out of that feeling. So she might not be there. She might not feel that result, but she knows that she can because you just told her that she could. She's you. You've now succeeded, but you've made her the hero of her own journey, of her own success, of her own possible progress, because you talked about the solution, you talked about the results. Does that make sense? Because this is the second most important tip, and it's really important, and this is what will take your content crafting from good to better to best. Okay? So just remember, good is there's nothing really in it for her. You are sharing your journey, but there's nothing really in it for her. She's going to swipe by. Better is you've shared a solution to a problem that she has. Best is you got vulnerable, you talked emotionally, and you connected with her while sharing the solution to the problem that she has. Okay? All right, number 5. You gotta have photos that stop somebody's scroll, plain and simple. Now, these do not have to be professional photos. You can take them on your phone. I truly believe that if you are going to build this business, your phone needs to be an investment into this business. Now, maybe that doesn't mean that you're gonna go and buy a brand new phone tomorrow, but it is something that you should have set as a goal. You should have it set as a goal to make enough money to be able to afford a better phone or to go buy a new phone, to go buy an upgrade. When I need an upgrade because it's for my business, that is my goal, right? I don't just go and buy it to the next day, but it becomes a goal. It becomes a specific goal. I'm going to buy a new phone. Why? Because I need it for my business. Because having clearer pictures makes you feel good. It makes you feel really good, right? And having better pictures stops the scroll. So I'm not saying that you have to have the best phone on the market. I'm not saying that it has to be a professional camera. I am not saying that they have to be the most perfectly aligned pictures. What I want to see is clear so that like we can actually see you. Bright, make them bright enough that I can see your face, okay? Oh, I did not. That's supposed to say filters or presets. Go buy yourself a preset. If you go on Etsy, you can look up presets, buy yourself a preset. I bought one like a year and a half ago for like $6 and I still use it. It is my base preset, and then I created my own presets from that base so you can fool around with it. But get one so that your pictures are professionally edited. You know what I mean? Like get something so that your photos are properly edited. Especially now that we are on Instagram, your photos are competing against people who are literally posting only their best of the best photos, right? So you have to have good posts, good pictures in order to stop people in their scroll. You need to be consistent. You need to have variety. So don't just post the same pose in the same room with the same face all the time. What I always say is find the rooms or the spaces in your house that you know you can take pictures in. So I've got a couple of spaces. Number one, in my white mirror that I'm looking at in this office. Number two, behind me, somehow behind me. Number three, rarely, but I'll take some pictures in my bathroom. So I've got an edit that I can use that looks good in my bathroom. And then number four is outside. Either on my balcony or really truly just outside. I don't really post pictures anywhere else in my house because the lighting is not that great. The backgrounds are not that great. Like the odd picture I have of me in my kitchen or the odd picture I have of me in my living room, but I don't like them because the backgrounds are just not pretty. Like the pictures just don't turn out pretty. So find the places in your house. In my last house, I literally had three places. One in my kitchen, one in my office, and then one outside. That's it. That's all I had. So find the places in your house that you can take pictures in and just keep taking pictures there. And then edit your picture in that area, in that space, and just be able to use that same edit, right? And then make sure you're sharing photos that display the good, the bad, and the real. So don't just show up with curated photos. Don't just show up with pictures that look perfect. Don't just show up with pictures that are smiling. Don't just show up with pictures that are showing only your front transformation. Show it all. Talk about it all, right? It's really hard. It can get very uncomfortable and vulnerable. So do what's within your comfort, but it's okay to change up the curation of your photos. It's okay to change up the creativity of your photos. Go onto Pinterest and get inspiration. If you don't know how to properly edit in, say, the two apps that I would recommend is VSCO and Lightroom. I personally use Lightroom because I use a preset from Lightroom. If you don't know how to use it, go on YouTube. Seriously, just spend an hour or less and learn how to use it. YouTube. There are 1 million freaking different videos explaining how to edit on YouTube. I promise you, on Lightroom, using your phone, which is a free app. okay? The only thing you're investing in is possibly a $3 or $6 or more preset. That's it, okay? But just go and do your due diligence on how do I edit a picture. That is professional development for your business. And then lastly, you need to know what you are inviting to know what you're posting for. So this connects back to that very first, the very first tip that I gave, which is who are you writing to? Don't write to coaches if you're currently inviting to a boot camp. It doesn't align. You will always attract what you are posting about and what you are sharing about. That goes for your feed and for your stories. So if you are constantly creating content, talking about the boot camp, talking about your results, talking about the community of your support system in your boot camp, but you're never talking about coaching, and that's the goal, that's what you're inviting to, you will, in Messenger, you will never get those people because they're not seeing the content. It's like walking into a store, seeing all of these different, let's just say, because everybody knows, you walk into my Beachbody store and you see everything about beach bars. You see all the beach bars, all the statistics, all of the things. But I ask you, oh my gosh, have you ever heard about Energize? And you're like, no. Oh my gosh, you should totally get it. Meanwhile, you look around and it's all beach bars. They're going to be like, what the hell is Energize? What are you talking about? Right? If they are only ever seeing one thing, but you're trying to invite them to something and tell them about something completely different, they're never going to understand. They're not going to trust it. They're not going to be bought into it. You have to post what you are inviting to. If you are in a season of rank advancement, where you are hunkering down and you're hustling for a rank. This is me right now, hustling for that 1-star qualifying rank. I am in a hustle season for rank. I need coaches, right? I can talk about discount coaching, meaning I can share things about the results, and I can talk about the business. But if I go on my story, if I go on my anywhere and I talk about my boot camp and how it, like, I don't know, holds me accountable, it's not gonna bring in business building coaches. That part is not gonna bring it in. How I can talk about it is the accountability that I have for being a coach and needing to show up for other people. It's the same thing, talking about accountability, but I'm showing it and showcasing it in the way of being a coach, because that's what I want. I want people who are coaches. Now, if you're working on discount coaches, personally, I would share your results and your journey through like your health and fitness experience, and sharing emotional transformations and progress and things that you're experiencing, and get those clients who will then eventually turn into coaches or discount coaches and so on, okay? But if you've got a boot camp that you're enrolling for, we're coming up to the end of May. Everybody should have a June boot camp on their calendar. They know what they're enrolling to. They know when they need to start inviting to. If you don't have that date, you dang well, that's your homework for tonight. You need to have a June enrollment date, and you need to know what you're inviting to. So if you've got a boot camp coming up for June and you've never talked about it, you're never going to sign people up for it, right? If you have a coach info night, if you're inviting to coaching, but you never talk about coaching and you only ever talk about the boot camp or about the results or about the program or about the boot camp, the community in the boot camp, you'll never get coaches because you're not ever sharing that part, right? So talk about what you are inviting to. If you are inviting to coaching, you got to post about coaching. You have to post for those coaches. You have to post for those prospect coaches. If you're inviting to, or if you're looking to fill a boot camp, you got to talk about the results. What are the pieces that people, what are the problems that people are facing when it comes to what you can help them with a boot camp, right? If you are inviting to a boot camp, you're not going to talk about the income opportunity. You're keeping them separate because you know who you're inviting to, or sorry, you know who you're posting to. Posts are your storefront. If there's nothing good for them to come in and look at, they're not going to stay. If there is nothing on your feed for the person, they're not going to stay. They're not going to read your content. They're not going to engage. They're not going to convert into sales, right? You have to have quality content for your readers. But if it's all about you and it's always talking about the things that you want or the things that you are going through and you're stuck in that good section, work to get to the better section. And then eventually work to get to that best section. Because that's what's going to keep people coming to your content. So the last thing that I want to say, new phone tomorrow. The last thing that I want to say is problem solution. Problem solution. The best way to come up with different topics. So if you're like, okay, Ray, you're telling me that I need to write for potential clients. I'm recruiting for a boot camp and I need to bring in clients. So I need to write for these prospect clients. What do I write about? Right? You're still thinking that. You need to come up with all of the problems that people of your ideal market are experiencing, and then write a better or a best post that shares the solution through your story. Did that make sense? So you need to share constantly a problem that they are facing indirectly by sharing how you have experienced that same problem, but showing them that you have a solution. Not saying, so this would be a good, better, best version of something like that. Let's say the problem is they don't have time. They're struggling and they keep saying to themselves, I don't have time to work out. I can't figure out how to fit this into my schedule. They work super long hours. They've got 3 jobs. They are so exhausted emotionally, energetically, mentally. They are just drained. They cannot bring themselves to get their shit done after work. Or they're a busy mom. We hear this one all the time. They're a busy mom. I'm a mom. I can't get my workout in. And you're just shaking your head like, no, sister, I promise you, you will be able to. There is a way. So time is their problem. You are going to craft a post that talks about how you encounter navigating either a busy schedule, being a mom and putting that into your schedule, how it's likely that somebody in your same position could use time as an excuse, but so you're painting the problem, but this is how you have it solved. This is how you get in your workout being a mom. This is how you get in your workout while working 3 jobs and being so energetically tired. This is how you get your workout done. You literally pour a fat scoop of Energize and you get the thing done, right? That's the solution. Now, what you're doing is you're showcasing how they have the problem. This is the solution, but you're showing them through your story. So you want to say in the writing, in the actual words of a post, I went from this problem, I found this, and with just the tool, and here is the solution, here's the progress. You are talking for them, showing them what they are going to experience using that tool. You're not talking to them with things like, I have this workout program. There's no excuses for no time. You should join me. That's talking to them, right? You've got the problem, the solution, but you're talking to them. You want to create that content for them. So you write about how you struggled with time. You joined this person who told you to trust them and that you can do this workout in 30 minutes from your house and you can get it done, and that maybe your solution also includes Energize. So you pour this shot, you get it done, and every single day you've been the most consistent. To wrap that together and bring that person in, it doesn't need to say anything like, you can join this, you can do this, it's on sale, pitchy things like that. Now, obviously there's a time and place. Feel out what feels comfortable. But a way that you could wrap that up is something like, is this you? Can you relate? Do you see yourself in this story? Do you feel me? Things like that, where, remember, the better post connects you emotionally. So wrapping that up and indirectly telling them that they can see themselves in this story, that this is the solution for them, by using words that connect them, like, hey, do you feel this? Do you feel me? Can you connect to this? Can you feel this problem? And then you can just say, like, I like to do fun little things that are just like, you can do this too. Don't forget, link in bio. I like to sometimes, when I don't want to directly invite in that post in my writing, I'll be a little bit sassy and I'll do it through hashtags. So it'll be like, hashtag, why are you waiting? Hashtag, you can join me. Hashtag, link in bio. Hashtag, stop watching. Fun things like that. It's just creative. It's fun. Have fun with it. The most important thing is that you let yourself be sucky, as long as you are always open to growing and you're not filling your mindset with, this is hard, I don't know how to post, I suck at posting, I'm not a good poster. As long as you are sucking, but you're still telling yourself what you want to be, I promise you're going to use those posts, those sucky posts, and they will teach you how to get really, really good. Post every single day, as long as it is quality. If you were to ask me, should I post this today and it's just a good post, I would say no, post a best post tomorrow when you're feeling on top of things, right? I want you to post every single day. Ideally, in a perfect world, you're posting 7 days a week, at least 7 to 10 times a week. But it's not always reality, and we all have lives and we all are human, and some days we have shitty days, and that's the reality. I personally would rather you post a best post 5 times a week than 7 good posts, because you're going to get conversion, you're going to get sales, you're going to get customers, you're going to get quality people who support you and love you and follow you until the ends of the earth. If you post 5 best posts or 4 best posts, then 7 good posts. Okay? All right, that's it. You guys are awesome. Go crush posting. Please give yourself the time and space to learn how to get better. Okay? Learn how to get better. Give yourself that grace. It's a skill. It takes time, it takes practice. And if you're not posting every single day, don't expect yourself to get better. Post every single day. Try and try and try. And remember, I will always, always reach out if I scroll past a post that is not very good and I want to protect you. I will never let you post something that is super awkward and shitty if I can stop you in any way. And that's not me coming from a shitty place. That's me coming from a great place of, here, this is what I can do for you, right? So just know that, trust that I've got your back. As long as I'm following you, which I know that I'm following pretty much everybody on the team. if I come across it, I will reach out and I will say, hey, this is how I would actually write your post. Can I offer some feedback? And be open to that feedback, because I'm here and I want to give you that skill, that strength, and make posting a huge strength for you, because it can be really, really, really valuable in your business growth. You guys are amazing. I am so happy that you made it onto the call. Happy Tuesday. Stay in touch. Stay focused. We have literally 6 days left of the month, 5 days left of the month plus tonight. And we're going to crush it. So, mwah! I love you guys. Enjoy the rest of your night, and I'll talk to you guys next week.